Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the Wisconsin Greg Show. I'm glad to see all you guys. Today it's just going to be a little short and sweet video. It's not going to take very long. I'm just going to show you, I got some chili peppers that I harvested from my garden. I actually harvested them maybe about, I think it was like a week ago, but I haven't had time to do anything with them. I've just been letting them, I washed them, and then I've been put them on this plate, and I kind of I switch them around a little bit. And what I'm going to do is hang them on a string and dry them out. And I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do that. It's nothing fancy. There's no right or wrong way. Basically, you just want to hang them on a string and put them in an area that's not a high humidity area, and let them dry until they get all nice and dry, where you can break them apart and they'll just crumble. My plan to use these for is toppings on pizza. You can also use them for like chili powder, but you'd have to turn them into more of a powder then, instead of like chips. So I'll bring the camera in here closer and I'll show you how I'm going to hang them. It's nothing fancy. It's just an easy way to do it, and it gets them out of your way. These have been sitting on my table in my way for a week now, and it gets them up in the air so the air movement can dry them out evenly. So the first thing I did is I washed them, and they're all washed. I did this right when I took them out of the garden, and then they've just been sitting on this paper plate. So I'll bring the camera in here and let you see how I'm going to string them up. Okay, the first thing I did is I just took some regular thread like you'd use to sew on a button on your shirt, and I threaded it through a needle, and then I run it double all the way back. It just depends on what length you want, wherever you want it to be hanging, and I'm hanging mine in front of a big window in my living room, so I wanted it to be hang down a little ways so it would catch some sunlight and dry it out. And then run it to the end and tie a knot in the end. Nothing to it. If it's better to make it too long than too short. If you make it too long, you can always cut it off and retie the knot shorter. So just do that. You grab yourself pepper and run it through the stem part. You want to make sure when you pick your peppers, you leave the stems on them. So you run it through there, pull it through up to the knot till you come to the knot, and then I just wrap it around a few times, and then take my needle and run it back through underneath the thread like that. And that's just like lock it in place and then pull it through. And I got some thread in there, kind of got it into a knot, but it's not going to matter. It's nothing fancy. You don't have to be fancy here. That's why I like to do this for you. And you can see life isn't perfect, as you see on TV. This is real. So that's not going to hurt nothing. It's on there tight. The other peppers will cover that all up. You won't even see it. Now all you do is you just keep grabbing peppers and stringing them down the string. Same way, just pulling them through and stringing them down. Now these you don't have to wrap around. You just keep pulling them down. Okay, so I'm going to hurry up and string the rest of these on here, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, I got them all strung up. Didn't take too long. the sooner you do it, the easier it is to get through the stems. And another thing I wanted to mention is when you wash them, if you see any with like a bug hole in them, or just a bad spot or a soft mushy spot in them, don't keep those. Use them up right away, chop them up, or use them in your food that you're using right away. But these I washed first and checked them all out, and these are all pretty nice. I don't have too many, but it'll be plenty for me to make some pepper chips to put on top of my peppers. Then when I'm when they're all done drying, which can vary in time depending on your climate and temperature and stuff, I would guess it's probably going to take 4 or 5 weeks. Then you can put them in like a food processor and grind them up to the size chips that you want. Or if you grind them finer, you can grind them into a finer, like a powder, and make chili powder out of them. And you can use that to make your chili. I'm using mine for chili, or for chips for pizza. I'm just gonna grind them into smaller chips like you'd put on when you get a pizza. So just wanted to show you that. Now I'm gonna take this off, and I'm going to take this needle and cut this and then tie a knot at this end. So just going to take a scissors and cut that off and tie a knot on there. Then I'm going to hang it up. And that's it. And then since I ran the thread through double, I'm just gonna split it apart like this. And I have a hook in my other room right in front of the window. I'm just gonna hang it on that hook just like that, and hang them up, and that'll be it. Pretty simple. Now you don't have to hang them like this. You can hang them in a string, like every 2 or 3 inches apart. You could do it like around a window in your kitchen or something. There's no right or wrong way. Just hang them up and let the air flow through them and let them dry. So I'll show you how they're hanging in my living room, and I think they're going to look pretty cool. It's going to look kind of like a decoration. Okay, I got it hanging up. I had to shut the shade in the window because the sun was so bright. But I think it looks pretty cool. Looks kind of like a decoration hanging there. So, okay. Bring you back, and we'll do a little bit more talking before I conclude here. And just wanted to show this to you. So that's pretty simple. Nothing really to it, and there's no right or wrong way, as long as you just string them up however you want and let them dry out. I'd say in 4 or 5 weeks roughly, when they're all brittle and when you can break them apart, like they're brittle and they just want to break. There can't be no moisture in them like where they want to bend. It's got to just be brittle and where they bust apart. Then bust the ends off, or take them off the string, unstring them. Bust the green stems off of them and throw them into like a little food processor, and grind them up into the chip size that you want for your pizza to put on top of your pizzas, little tiny chips. Or if you're going to make chili powder, grind them up real fine. When you're doing the grinding, I'd make sure that you're in a pretty well ventilated area. If you can even take your grinder out on your deck or outside and do it outside, that might be better. If you don't have like a food processor, you can use like a mortar and pestle, one of those little, like, I don't know what they're, stone or concrete little bowl things, and they got a little handle and you can just smash them up. You can even do it if you're just making chips. You can bust them up by your hand if you can. You don't really need no special tools. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show this little thing, how I'm doing them. And if you got some, or if you want to do some next year, you plan ahead. It's a pretty easy project. Before I end here, I just wanted to welcome all the new subscribers. There's been a lot of new subscribers subscribing lately, and I really appreciate it. And I want to thank all my subscribers for subscribing. My subscribers really inspire me, make me want to do more. I'm so happy that this channel is growing, and I just truly deeply appreciate it so much, and I just want to thank all of you. You guys are the best. Well, thanks for watching. This is Wisconsin Greg, and I hope you enjoyed this little video.